Good morning, 7th grade. Welcome to day 4 of week 12. Today is June 11th. So we are going to take our understanding from yesterday to find the height of a cylinder given the volume and apply it to a maze today. So if you didn't necessarily master this understanding yesterday, today is an additional day to practice finding those heights. And I'm going to show you an example to hopefully help you through today's activity. So you'll click on the classwork tab. Oh, I was already there because I was looking at it before. You'll scroll down to day 4, week 12, June 11th, okay? Underneath the activity, I give you the directions for what you're doing. So you're going to solve the problems for the height of each cylinder. You're going to use the cylinder formula, which is V equals pi times r squared times the height to solve. You must use a scientific calculator to solve using pi. So if you have an iPhone, you turn it horizontally and you can locate pi next to rand. Otherwise, you can use the link that's provided here. If you use this link, you'll see your pi key right here, okay? You must show your work on page 2 by completing digitally or using any other submission methods provided. You do not need a printer to complete this project. If you cannot print it, you just complete it on paper or in your notebook and send me a picture using any of the methods to submit. Okay? Number 1 has been modeled for you for how you should show your work. I wanted to stress this because last time I saw this happening a lot. Only a solution will receive 0 credit. You need to show me the work for this activity. It's not a long activity, so it should not take you that long to complete, but I need to see the work as I modeled in number 1. There is an additional link here for support if needed, but I'm going to walk you through an example that I think should make it pretty simple for you for today, okay? So you click on the activity, you're going to see this pop up. And like I mentioned, you're going to work your way through the maze to get to the finish, okay? And the way you're going to do that is by finding the heights of the cylinders in the diagrams provided. So you start here, okay? Here's number 1, and I wrote number 1 on my board to show you exactly what you would do to figure that out. So what you always want to do is identify the information you are given. So we already have our volume, and the top is showing us that the radius is 3. How do I know that's the radius? Because it's only going from the center to the side. So our radius is 3, and then we should always remember our formula. Our formula is pi times r squared times the height. Okay? So this is the information we're going to use to figure out that height. All right, so I'm going to rewrite my formula at the top of my board. V equals pi times r squared times the height. I'm going to plug in the information I was told. So I know that my volume is 282.6 equals pi times, my radius was 3, so 3 squared times the height, which I don't know. So in problems like these, the first thing you want to do is your exponents. Order of operations, exponents come first. 3 to the second power is the same as saying 3 times 3, which gives you a product of 9. So let's rewrite that with 9 instead of 3 squared. So we're going to have 282.6 equals pi times 9 times h. Okay, the next thing you want to do is multiply pi times 9. And this is where those calculators come into play because you need those. You cannot use 3.14 anymore. They used to do that in the past. Now they don't like it because it's too much of an approximated answer. So you need to use a scientific calculator. So I'm going to go to the one that I have on your assignment and I'll show you exactly what you would do. So we're going to put 9 times pi, and you press, where is it? Calculate. And then you see this answer come up at the top, okay? So what I want to suggest to you, I'm going to just rewrite my left side, 282.6 equals. What I want to suggest to you is when you get these answers, keep 5 of the digits after the decimal point. That's going to be the best way for you to get to the most accurate answer, okay? So we have 282.6 on the left, and then that product came out to 28.274 3, 3. And it, of course, kept going, but if you keep 5 digits, you're going to be good, okay? You'll get close enough to your answer to figure it out. All right, so now we have this. And all we need to do to isolate h now is divide, because the inverse of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide by this very long number, 28.27433. On the right side, these are going to cancel because anything over itself cancels out. So I'll be left with h equals, and then since we divided by this number on the right, we have to divide by this number on the left. So we do 28.27433. Okay, so we're going to calculate this quotient. So you're going to do 282.6 divided by 28.27433, and you're going to get an answer that is a very long decimal. It's going to be 9.99493 ... right? But if we look at our maze, which I'm not going to go to just yet, I'm going to show you after, all of the answers are rounded to the nearest whole number to make it pretty simple for you to figure out what number they're looking for. So if we have 9.99, then this is going to round to a height of 10 centimeters, right? 9.99 would round to 10 centimeters. So if we go to our maze, you will see that at the starting point, we could have either gone down to 5 centimeters, which we know is incorrect. We could have gone to the bottom right, which is 2 centimeters, which is incorrect. Or we could go right to the right, which is 10 centimeters, and that is the correct. And then you would solve the height of this cylinder. So you're going to keep doing the same steps over and over until you get to the finish line. Okay, so I'll show this to you one more time. Here was our cylinder. We were given the volume, we were given the radius, and here's our formula. We rewrote our formula and we plugged in what we knew. So we knew the volume and we knew our radius. Since we know order of operations makes you do exponents first, we did 3 times 3 first. We got 9, and we replaced that with the 3 squared. Okay? Now we're going to multiply pi times 9, and that's when you use your scientific calculator, whether it's the Link or your phone. 9 times pi gives you a very long number, but we keep 5 digits after the decimal. So my decimal was here. We keep 5 digits after while calculating. Okay? Now, the last thing, to isolate h, since it's being multiplied, the inverse would be division. The opposite would be divide. The reason we divide is because anything over itself cancels to 1. It cancels out, so we'd be left with h, which is what we wanted. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. So we find this quotient, 282.6 divided by 28.27433. We get this very long decimal, but we round it to the nearest whole number. 9.99493 would round to 10 centimeters, and I now know which direction to go next. Okay, so this work is shown here in the workspace, and you guys need to show me the work that you did to get to your final answer. If this was not here, and I only see h equals 10 centimeters, you are not receiving credit for that. You need to show me your work. So either you type it in, or you can submit it using, just a picture or any other submission methods that works best for you. Okay, guys? I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Take care.